slouching, cave mountain, sticky shit, big nugs, weigh it up, I need a zip, what's that? Hey, what's that? Have you tried this? Mix and match, include the tax, okay, you the shit.
Hello, hello. I am Kimmy Cannabis. I am here with my co-host and special guest, Niki Weed. Here for Canna Talk About It.
Yay.
Glad to be here.
I know, we're so happy to have you. It's hard to catch you.
Yeah, it's been busy. Things have everywhere, everything. Things are changing all the time, legislatively, life-wise.
I know.
So, I'm glad that that our journeys were able to kind of coalesce at this point. Thank you.
It's always great waking up with Niki Weed.
Hey.
So I bet all of you guys out there are wondering what we would be smoking on during our show. We are powered by...
Today we are powered by Stars and Stripes Dispensary, and they are located at 10605 Southwestern Avenue, Oklahoma City. So if you're in the OKC area, go check them out. See Joe and Suzanne, who is one of our sisters. So today we are smoking on some Jewel OG, Barney Rubble, Divine Storm, and Bubba Felt. So thank you to Stars and Stripes for sponsoring us today, and we are looking forward to trying some of this.
I'm excited. This is looking really pretty here.
You're on it already.
It's like herbalicious.
Yes.
Herbalicious. I'm gonna try this step up. Which one was the smaller one on?
The lighter colored one that was the Jewel OG.
Yep. Okay, I have him in the right.
Barney Rubble was the more dense type nug.
Okay, I got him in the right order over here. So let's talk about when I first met you, Niki.
Yes.
The thing that that drew attention was that you had like the coolest name ever.
Finally. It didn't always used to be that way, by the way.
So you didn't name yourself Niki Weed?
No. Weed really is my name. I actually keep saying that my full name now. Niki is shortened. It's really Nicolette Alexis Weed. So I sound like a cool stripper, right?
Yes. Oh my god,
I love it. So yeah, no, Niki Weed flows a lot better. I've gone by Niki since I was very little, but Weed really is my last name. And I keep saying this is like sweet chromatic energy in action.
Yes.
To finally be able to flip off all the cool kids who used to make fun of me.
Yes.
Elementary school and middle school, and now they're like, oh, well, look at weed actually is pretty cool. Well, no shit, it always has been. So, yes, weed is my last name.
I thought that was the coolest thing because I changed my name. If I could have been Kimmy Cannabis at birth,
right,
I would have loved that, but I didn't have that pleasure, so I just flipped my name.
Yeah.
So.
No, I do live on Tumbleweed as well, and this is one I did pick. That was serendipitous too. The one I did pick was my number starts with 420.
Oh, okay, yeah, I like that.
So, yep.
If
so
you
I'm the
could score that. I like,
awesome. That's awesome.
Definitely. So where are you from, Niki?
I was born in Travis County, Texas, Austin. Whoop. And then I was the daughter of a narcissistic army brat. So there's that. Found myself in Connecticut in my formative years. Was raised there until about 12 or so, and then came to Oklahoma whenever the Federal Transfer Center was opened. And moved from in the middle of 95 to Mustang, Oklahoma, with myself, my brother, and my little brother and sister who are half Hispanic. And her name is Linda. Linda's girlfriend, Lisa, who is the 6'2" black woman. So we're going down with a whole array, a whole, different family to Mustang, Oklahoma in 1995. So needless to say, it was a culture shock.
Yeah.
But I kept, coming back to Oklahoma and felt like it was really just kind of a magical place here. Okay. It's got some, and I think now is a magical time too. So I'm like, well, fuck it, I'm here.
Yeah. Right, you're part
Thank
of
you
us.
so much for coming. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. So, that's kind of where I'm at now. Super excited to help get signatures for 788. I was pregnant not the other 2 years, but I was pregnant and just had a baby in 14 and 15. So 16 was the perfect time, I guess. I happened to hear about it, saw that a couple Tolsons came down to Oklahoma and literally set up a tent on the side of a highway off of Northwest Express, right down the street, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, at the Hefner.
Yes.
Yes, that's where I signed. That's where I signed at.
I
Was
probably
at
saw
that.
you over there then.
Probably.
At some point, well before.
Yeah, we were meant to meet, the year before, but just hadn't yet.
Hey, everything happens for divine purpose.
Yes,
in divine timing.
That is true.
So I'm glad that we were able to meet when we did and really make that good intentional connection. That's kind of my mantra these days: is intentional connections for dope collaborations to manifest some magic.
Oh my God, I love that.
That just gave me chills. You just spent some
shirt.
You did some chill energy to me just right there. I was like,
Beautiful.
ooh.
That's where I'm at in my life right now. So,
That's good.
Yeah. So I'm glad to connect with everybody
Yes,
here.
I'm
This
so
is absolutely,
excited
and
for
everybody
that.
at home too.
Yes.
So we've got like all kinds of stuff going on with like legislation and stuff, and I know that you're really involved in a lot of that.
I try to be, honestly, it's draining on the soul a lot of times. I'm sure everybody feels that.
I'm so glad somebody else expresses that, because
Yeah.
I say that all the time, and they're like,
It is.
"Hey,"
I
and
did
I'm
the
like,
wrong
"Oh
one.
my God."
And it's proof, because how many people are really involved legislatively?
There's
How-
not very many. Like every time we try
exhausting.
and explain something from our operator end, we're trying to explain it, and it's like people don't get it, and I'm like, we need more people involved legislatively, so that way we can make the changes for us as patients, citizens,
Business
operators,
owners,
business owners, everybody. If we could just
Individuals.
get more involved, read. I don't like the law, and
Oh,
I don't like
it's
how it all
tiresome.
works, but
I don't like the people in positions of power writing and
Right.
approving those laws.
But it's
Well-
led me to meet you guys and you,
Right.
and so now I'm learning. So I'm like, okay, if I can learn and if I can do this, all of you guys can learn and do this, because
It's overwhelming. I don't get it twisted.
It
It's
is.
so much for just one person to do.
It
But I
is.
think that if we were to, kind of come together, that's kind of actually one of my ambitions with the OWCA. I've got a few ambitions, but this is definitely one that I see as absolutely necessary because of the barrage of bills that 788 has received, not just this past year, but has been since 788 was a state question. We knew that was kind of part of the deal, was that it would end up being exploited.
Yeah.
And at this point, not only is it being exploited, I feel like it's a complete takeover from the
Yeah.
state.
Yeah.
With all these things, and I really feel that if we continue to have these cool kids in positions of power, then it will continue to be like this, only worse.
Yeah.
So we need more informed people. We need more people to advocate. We need more people to run for positions,
Yeah.
government and legislative and political positions, not just for representatives and Senate and House and so forth, but in your own communities. That's where change starts.
Yes.
So the county commissioner, the DAs, the school boards, all these things. And I think a couple of areas in Oklahoma just yesterday had some votes on those things. So
Yeah, we had a lot of votes this week that weren't so great for women in the state of Oklahoma.
yeah.
So with that being said, too, we did have some cannabis conversations come up with the women the other day at the Capitol. And I want to talk about that a little bit when we come back from break, too, because cannabis came up a lot in women's
Good.
issues,
Glad it's being
and
talked
with our
about.
abortion ban and stuff that's really heinous for women's health care here in our state that they just did. The two go hand in hand with cannabis legislation and
Absolutely.
women's
rights.
issues,
Sure.
because DHS gets involved in a lot of things. So I'd be curious to get a little bit of your feedback on what you feel about that and
I'd
stuff.
be happy to.
So we will be right back after this short break.
In a rabbit hole, I found a fire leaf. From a regular, I'm a retiree. Yeah, we legal now, we don't have to hide the tree. All of this herb I'm smelling, must be urban weather.
Welcome back, everybody. We're here with Niki Weed, and we were discussing the OWCA and some of the legislation, and I want to be involved and I want to do more, but I don't really know what to do.
Understandable. There are levels to this. I'll be honest with you. I was not in any way politically involved or enmeshed or any of that until 2016, the summer of 2016, when I started really actively petitioning on Northwest Expressway. So there, and there's so much that I don't know about. I'm learning all the time. And what I've learned is that there's levels to this stuff.
Oh boy. Oh yeah.
Tons of levels.
Oh yes.
I think that our very first thing that everybody can do, everybody, if you want to get involved and you want to know what your part is, register to vote.
Yes.
And then actually vote.
Yes, you got to show up to vote. You can't just be registered. You got to show up.
Another great thing that I would love OWCA to do, it's giving me goosebumps.
I know, I've got it too. We're so like that. We're like, oh.
Ballots and buds. So in order to do this, you would need to register to vote. You would need to sign up for the absentee voting as well, the mail-in ballots. And then that way, whenever you get your ballot 30 days before the vote, so you have time to actually
Look at it.
do
Yes,
your
you
homework.
can research it.
You can
Yes.
do your homework not only on the candidates, but on the policies that are being submitted as well. So yes, I would love to do a ballots and buds where you bring in your absentee voter ballots into a local dispensary that has a notary on site. You discuss the topics and the candidates, you make your decision, it gets notarized, we go to the county election board, drop them off right there. So
Oh my God, that
I
is
think
so much fun.
and I really think that that would help to get people, first of all, engaged
Yeah.
and involved. And then it would also help to, get these people who are, oh, you're really good at deciphering legislation. You're really good at looking up online where to get resources. You're really good at getting the call to action out. And you're a notary. So, why don't we all kind of get to, and you've got people like that in every community, multiple sometimes.
Yeah.
Empower those people to come together. We'd be better together, to come together and get that done in each community. That's how you take that power back and reclaim that power. Right now, it's gone amok, as we all know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Usually with pale, stale, and mail. I don't know if that's it's applicable. I don't know if it's
In honor of the abortion bans being signed in Oklahoma, I'm
Smoke
smoking out of a banana pipe because I'm into burning bananas this week.
I'm with
Don't
you.
mess
I'll
with
smoke
me.
to that.
And
Makes me put my sunglasses on.
because your face gonna say something.
Yeah.
That you should
Caught
hide.
on right away.
It is, and it is. It's horrendous that we are actually walking backwards in this state politically and legislatively. And I really think that unless we, the people, are willing to stand together and reclaim that power back, it will continue to be this way and worse.
That's the thing, is we need unity.
We have
unity,
to all
unity.
come together and do it.
Yeah,
And
'cause-
not even unity necessarily. You just gotta have a desire to see some sort of change.
Yes.
yeah.
You don't know what to expect
Well,
necessarily,
and like you
but
said,
you gotta
it's
try.
like teamwork makes the dream work. So we need everybody who is strong in each of these individual places, like you said, because we need to be able to take that power back. But we need everybody who is strong in all of that.
And the people who are not, just know that the people who are not fearsome of it are there for you.
Yeah.
Like I will
Support.
gladly walk with anybody in any place if they're too timid to do it by themselves to do
Yeah.
anything. And at every event that I have a voter registration at my table,
I keep them in my car.
no matter where I am.
Everywhere. Yeah.
I
So
think
it's just a thing.
I think that's awesome, and this is all I have to say about the whole everything that they're doing right now. Is I don't know where they decided that it was okay to tell us what we can and can't do with our bodies at any point. And so I just feel like that's time moving backwards. And we as women, if we don't stand up together and we don't unite and stand up for our rights like they did how many years ago, well, we're going to end up in that same boat. And this is one step backwards that we can't afford.
It's our
Well,
turn to stand up.
let's keep it real, y'all. Can I talk
Yes,
about it?
yes, you
Can
can
I
talk
talk
about it on
about
this show. You can
The
talk about it, Nikki.
toxic roots that this country is founded
Founded
upon
on.
and built on. You want to talk about prohibition? Where can we? We're not able to have things that are good for our bodies individually.
Right.
Prohibition of cannabis is the perfect example.
Yes.
Yep.
And I've personally felt the stigma of weed my entire life. Like I've seen how I was, assumed. There's a lot of things assumed about me that, there was also, I was not able to get into jobs because they thought my last name was bullshit. There were a bunch of people would just look at me. I felt shame
Yeah.
saying my name.
And isn't that just so
That's
sad?
so sad.
It is. It's and what's worse? My name comes from my dad's side of my family. Obviously, we're in a patriarchal society, but I'm grateful for it. He had passed away. It'll be 30 years this year. So I never got a chance to, and I love him. I love him way more than my narcissistic Linda.
Shout out to narcissistic Linda.
Oh, that bitch.
This one's for you too.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. So I wanted to be proud of it, but society, it just kind of gave that shame. Same thing with even just being a woman and standing up for women's rights. If you're a person of color, oh my God, you better watch
As
out.
soon as I opened my mouth again for somebody who didn't know that I'm for my rights, which honestly, you should never know what lane a woman is in because she is for her rights. A woman should be for her rights in every political avenue.
That's right.
Should not just be one or two different affiliations. You should always, you should never know that.
It's not
we should
relevant.
care
It's
about
personal
us.
things.
We should care about ourselves and know that we want our granddaughters, daughters, future girls. Okay, so the thing that I picked up from that, all these young people never even knew, like Roe versus Wade wasn't even a thing for them. Like their whole lives they've had rights.
Yep.
Right.
And they're looking at these old dudes that are making these decisions for them right now going, who are you? Like I've always had these rights. Like what?
Yeah.
Like where's the red handmaid's dresses?
Yeah.
I mean, like seriously?
and we've been walking towards that.
Target.
Really, and it's been like that. That's the thing that I have to make y'all understand is that it's been like that.
Yeah.
Slavery.
Yes. Say it again.
Slavery was a big foundation of this great country. The women's suffrage movement was a big part of this great country where, women couldn't own property. We couldn't have a credit card. We couldn't do anything unless we had a man by our sides.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of toxicity.
There sure is.
Within this country. There really is. And cannabis, I think, was a perfect scapegoat for that too, because if you look at this country is built on cotton, tobacco, oil, paper, and all those things can be replaced by cannabis.
Yes.
And him.
Yep.
And
exactly.
It's much better, much cleaner.
And instead of embracing that,
And
much like
educating and researching because there is
empowering,
no education.
kind of same thing with women. Instead of empowering women and embracing women and saying, "Hey, y'all are the ones that bear children. Maybe we should give just a modicum of respect."
And knowing that our
we
breast
exploit
milk,
it.
that if you have breast milk, is full of natural cannabinoids.
Yes.
And it's one of the best things for a baby, for their
Again,
health.
it's not our place.
Yes, it's
not
not.
our place to tell women
It's
whether or not they
not.
can
Exactly.
consume cannabis while pregnant, as opposed to pharmaceuticals. Hello.
Hello.
Or whether what a woman decides to choose what's best for her, especially in these times of superinflation, of eroding women's rights and so forth. We ought to have access to abortion if that's what we feel is best.
Yes.
Because do we really want our kids to come up into this kind of
In
society?
no way.
No.
My
I'd
daughter
rather change it.
My daughter, when she was pregnant, she thought that she was being so good by being honest. It's before cannabis was legal here, okay? Just a couple of years before. She thought she was being good with being honest with her doctor to say that she smokes cannabis.
Yeah.
And I'm in the room with her, okay? She's a single mom. I'm in the room with her. And as soon as she said it out loud, I looked up at her like, what the hell did you say? Like, we never told.
That's sad.
Like, we never told.
We never
You
told.
We know it's the only thing that keeps us well,
Yeah.
from not getting sick all day.
But we can't tell them.
I'm
And
ready
so
to
they
get
sent
loud.
DHS to check on the baby after. Now she quit. She quit like a month, because she knew that they'd be checking for it.
Right.
Yeah.
But the DHS did come. They were like, "There's nothing wrong with your household." Like, and
DHS
then,
is a whole other scam of a
Yes.
government agency.
well, oh, I know,
worse.
but
Don't
I mean,
get
like,
involved.
it's a racket right now with mothers where they tell us we can have cards. and then they'll take your children from you.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
so
We'll talk about that more whenever we come back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll see you in a minute.
See you guys in just a minute. Be right back.
Can I talk about how it's not just about looking good on the outside, it's about feeling good on the inside. So at Hair Sesh, I like to share with my clients that exact thing. From hemp-derived CBD to hemp seed oil on the hair, it is all about feeding our bodies those nutrients and vitamins and everything cannabinoid that our CB1 and CB2 receptors need. It is one of the best things that I've ever done in all of my career, one of the best things that I've ever experienced with my clients, and I hope you can experience them too. You've been in the chair with Kimmy Cannabis. Peace, love, and all that good stuff.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us one more time with Niki Weed from OWCA. So you guys are going to rebuild the foundation, start over, rebuild a freaking amazing situation and something maybe to help out Oklahoma. What are some future maybe projects that you guys have coming up?
Yeah, absolutely. Although OWCA has actually been around for 3 years, we really felt the need to get back down to the foundation of it, restructure it, kind of come up with new mission, visions, and goals. At this point, you can find us at OKGamewoRx.org, or you can go on to socials. Instagram, Facebook is OKWeCan, and the can is 2 N's. So yes, we're you know, we had to really kind of scrub it down. We've got and start completely over. So the website is new, and just like everything, it's going to be, you know, changing over time. A couple things that the motto is "We'd be better together."
I love that. I love it.
So yeah, it very much is a community organization. We need you. We need you. We want you. We've got so many things that we want to do, like a community garden, be able to take out a research license, an
really
education
exciting.
license as well. Absolutely. There's partnering with other nonprofits is really important to me, to be able to bridge that gap between cannabis and non. That way those stigmas can be broken, and to be able to be of service to the community. So yeah, really the question is, like, what do y'all need? What do you need from OWCA? Cool. How can we be of service to you? This is very much like I said, a community organization. And that's where I want to keep it kind of at. So
I look very forward to doing some events to help with things with you guys, and I really honestly, because I mean, I respect you and your mission so much, like before OWCA, and all the women that you put together. I am so very extremely impressed with the group of women.
Yes.
The diversity makes me feel at home.
Yes,
and I love it.
It's very nice. It's a refreshing refreshing view to see that, and you know, especially in our cannabis industry.
Yeah.
Tons of different women coming together. I personally have made the decision, because I support women the way that I do, and I trust this group, that my high and heels stuff, I want to donate money to I had help from several people though, from you guys' group, that helped me so much before you guys were a group.
Yeah.
And then also the calendars that I'm putting together, I want to give a certain percent. We're going to sit down, so like, just know when those come out. Some of those proceeds will every calendar bought, there will be some of the proceeds going to OWCA,
which is going to support us all.
Yes.
As a community.
Right.
Yes.
Especially because they're trying to do for the community what the community needs. So like, if there's anybody that wants to join and help, make sure you guys do that. And all of the links that we've all talked about are going to be down in the comments. All of our links are going to be down in the comments and info.
And what are these beautiful rose buds?
yeah.
Those are like
Gorgeous.
rose buds.
Okay, y'all. So there is the most adorable little dispensary in Stroud called Goofy But Serious, and she's inside of a floral shop. So this is something you can get that you can't get from everybody else. You can purchase your weed and then have your bouquet made with it. And so you can, you know, pick nice, pretty nugs, have it put down in there. We are so thankful for her gift to us today for our recording.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goofy But Serious in Stroud. Go check them out, and be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I think that's a wrap for today, y'all.
Oh,
Thank
thank you
you.
so
Thank
much,
you
Nikki, for
so
being here with
much.
us.
Thank you.
Oh,
It was
we
a
love
pleasure.
you. We look
So
forward to
much
bringing
fun.
more
It
of
was
you guys
so much
on.
fun. Thank
Sincerely,
you.
we're gonna have to do this again.
And
Absolutely.
you guys have a fabulous day.
Peace out.
Thank you.
Okay, LA, we legal now. Okay, to LA, we legal now.